Everyone, this is Nikachu, and we are here for the fifth and final round of this modern league with tropical merfolk. But before we get into that, we're going to thank our sponsor, the manabase.com. If you want to see a slightly delayed Halloween story, go check out Blake Treleaven's Jester's recap on the manabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. I'm contractually obligated to say that. So we're on the play. We've got a good hand, actually. It's a bit land heavy, but one of the lands is a Mutavault. What do we play? Maybe Spreading Seas into Vial? Or do we play Cavernous Souls into Vial? What are the odds we play like a 2-drop on the next turn? Let's keep our options open, I guess? No, I do what I'm going to play the Mutavault. Or am I going to play the Mutavault? Maybe I'm not going to play the Mutavault. I'm not sure what's correct. This is less explosive, but my concern is if I play the Mutavault and then in the next few turns cause say I play Mutavault into Breeding Pool and Spreading Seas something and I keep drawing 2-drops, then I'm gonna want to play them and I won't be able to if I have this, or it's awkward to have the Mutavault in play. Yeah, I don't know how to think about this properly. Whereas if we have Mutavault in play immediately, we could in theory attack with it on turn 3. What is this? Stomping Ground into Relic of Progenitus. I have no clue what this is. Nothing at all. How important is this Spreading Seas right now? If it's important at all. And does the damage matter? What on earth plays Relic of Progenitus in a Stomping Ground deck? I mean, this just could be some brew and I'm like overthinking it. Okay, I'm just gonna play Master of the Pearl Trident. Or... now I sort of wish I had the Mutavault in play so that we could attack with it on turn 3. But we are drawing the 2-drops that I wanted. Okay, we'll just cast this guy. Just make the best use of our mana. Next turn we can play Spreading Seas off the Mutavault. Get a Commander Speaker in play, attack for 5. I just don't know how important it is to get like Spreading Seas in play right now. Oh, could this be Tron? But why would they play a Stomping Ground? Budget red-green Tron. Oh, okay. All right then. So it's just Titan Shift. And we are now at 18, which is not very good. This is all very important information. Do we have a turn 4 kill, though? We might. Let's Spreading Seas, Stomp. Maybe we attack first. But this is worth more damage if we Spreading Seas, and maybe we'll draw a land. Sorry, maybe we'll draw a Lord, and everything will be unblockable, and we'll attack for 7, and then attack for the win on the next turn. We draw a Lord, but not how we wanted it. For all, things are pretty good. Things are pretty good. I don't mind this at all. This is good. I think we can attack for the kill next turn, assuming our board survives. We'll put in Harbinger of the Tides, and then Mare Rejury, and that will all be worth 14 damage. Forget everything I just said. Sweltering Suns has just come out. Swelter all my stuff away. They've decided to waste my time with this relic. Do I tick up? I think I'm going to tick up Vial to 3. The damage is worth it. Or how much is it worth it? We can put them down to 10. It's a 2-turn clock, but we'll be vulnerable to another Sweltering Suns, is the problem. Or Anger the Gods, or something like that. No, I'll put it to 3. And if we draw, for example, a Lord, maybe we could change our mind. Well, Botanical Sanctum's always coming into play tapped. I'm just going to put it to 3. It's not something you really want to do. You usually want to keep your Vial on 2 as much as possible. Like if we draw a Silvergill Adept, we might get super punished. We don't draw the Silvergill Adept. I will... Okay, so if I attack for 4... And then if I Vial in Regiria at a turn, we only have 8 power on the board. So I guess we will... We're going to go for the win. So hopefully there's no Sweltering Suns in our future. This puts them down to 8. We have 8 power on the board. Let's not BS around. Titan Ships is a dangerous deck. It's a very dangerous deck. We don't have a lot of room to like play around a lot of stuff. If we have the interaction, then you try to play around something. If you don't have the interaction, just put the fastest clock on the board. Walk right into Anger the Gods if you have to. So against them, we're going to bring in Dispel for Summoner's Pact and Lightning Bolt. We're going to bring in the Disdainful Stroke. I mean, this is like this is exactly why we have Disdainful Stroke, to deal with Scapeshift and Primeval Titan. And I believe I wanted to bring in 1 Natural State. Things we're going to be taking out, I believe, the 3 Spreading Seizes. I think I also took out Harbinger of the Tides. What is in my own sideboard guide? Let's go look this up on Reddit right now. I spent good time thinking about this. Let's use my knowledge that I have... What is going on here? But I believe it was a Harbinger. Like, Harbinger doesn't have a really big role in this matchup at all. Spreading Seas has a bit of a role, because it does reduce, like, the mountains that they have. Sometimes you can even hit the Valakut. And... yeah, this is exactly as I did it. So I'm bringing in a Natural State because they can have Colony Hard Expedition, and they also have Prismatic Omen. They might even play Engineered Explosives while not leaving 2 mana untapped, so you can nail those things. But I don't want too many Natural States because of Colony Hard Expedition can get cracked before you even have a chance to even target it with Natural State. They can just play lands, fetch a bunch of lands, and boom. They can activate it, and this thing's useless. And same thing with Engineered Explosives. With 4 mana, they can play Explosives on 2 and then crack it at the same time. So it's only a soft answer, and Prismatic Omen is not a... They have like 1 or 2 copies in their deck, so I don't want to overload on this card for that either. Titan Shift playing Relic in the main. I mean, I see it. I mean, I don't think it's bad or anything. Maybe it helps their Storm matchup. Well, it definitely helps their Storm matchup. I don't know what else they need help against, though. I like it. We have We can't get out of range of Anger of the Gods, but we have a turn 1 play that can interact with Anger of the Gods and a giant chunk of their deck. And we also have some creatures. We have Merfolk Branchwalker, and we have Disdainful Stroke. Ooh, what's more important here? Curse Catcher or Commander Speaker? I'm gonna go with Curse Catcher. Yeah, let's start this party off with Curse Catcher. Or not. Okay, so I play Commander Speaker, they play turn 2 ramp spell. On my turn I play like Merfolk Branchwalker, they anger. But they'll have 4 mana anyway. So how about we play Commander Speaker? Let's play what gives us the best clock. No, this is not true. Curse Catcher can still, like, counter Farseek. So... Okay, here's the thing. If I play Braining Pool and go down to 18, that's not good. But getting lands is good. I could play the Braining Pool tapped, attack for 2, and then play our Curse Catcher. But it's also good to get like a land, like some lands for this thing, because if I get to turn 3, I can play Silvergill Adept and the Curse Catcher. Okay, I'm getting a lot of counterspells in my hand. This is good. Okay, we'll just play Merfolk Branchwalker. I don't know how conservative I'm supposed to be, and to be honest, I don't really want to be that conservative. I guess we should cancel that. Let's attack first. We're not getting any more additional value from this guy. And we'll play Merfolk Branchwalker. We draw a land, that's beautiful. Everything that we wanted. If our board gets wiped, we can build a new board. It can be better and stronger than ever before. Sure. So our opponent has Primeval Titan mana next turn. That's not good. So that means I'm not going to tap out next turn. So their Search for Tomorrow that's suspended is going to resolve. They can play a land, play Titan. So in that case, I am not tapping out. But I tell you what I will do. Play this Curse Catcher. Funny enough, if they play like Summoner's Pact, we can sack the Curse Catcher on it, and if they pay 1, then they don't have the mana to cast Primeval Titan that turn, because they'll have 6 mana in play, and then if they pay the 1 from the Curse Catcher for the Summoner's Pact, then they'll only have 5 mana. And here it is. So we might actually buy ourselves a lot of time by sacking the Curse Catcher. Yeah, let's get some use out of this Curse Catcher. Another... They just let it get countered. So here's another thing. Let's say we let Summoner's Pact resolve. Which I don't really want it to happen. No, we better not do this. If they've got Scape Shift, if they have Scape Shift in their hand, then that won't be good for us at all. Oops. So we'll it's because I can only counter so many things with this Disdainful Stroke, so let's get our value out of Dispel. It's really convenient to think, okay, they're going to Summoner's Pact, they're going to get their Primeval Titan, they're going to cast it, we're going to counter it, then they have to pay for it. But they could well, we won the match. They were very unhappy with their hand. So we did it! We beat Titan Shift! And that's the manabase.com Get Dunked On instant replay. Can I say it was to the help of these guys? Well, maybe a little. If the Merfolk Branchwalker didn't exist, well, I mean, we had Silvergill Adept in our hand, helped us find lands. Commander Speaker helped, I don't know, put our opponent low enough that it made our opponent feel hopeless. Who cares? I'm taking it. That was the dignity win that I wanted to win. I don't care if we went 2-3 in this league. We beat Titan Shift. We had all the tools. You see Dispel, that's what I got the Dispel for, is counter those Summoner's Pacts. Wonder if he feels really sheepish for just letting it get countered by the Curse Catcher. But probably is the right decision, given that he had the second Summoner's Pact. Alright, let's go. Do you know what we haven't done in a little while? We haven't played chess. Let's go play some chess. There you go. It's been a while. We're in a Royal Lopez. So I'm moving on. Well, I don't have a lot of time to explain what it is that I'm doing. Hopefully you can gather something. So they're going to try to Fianchetto their bishop. They put a lot of pressure on our center. I'm not even going to fight on these dark squares. Forget it. I'm going to fight on these dark squares. So if I want to play d4, I'm going to have to support it with c3. And I do believe I have enough pieces to do this. Take. Knight and knight are here. They opened up their bishop. I'm going to play h3 so that they can't pin my knight. They're making my bishop run away, and I'm going to run away all the way over here. I also have the option, I'll play g3 and Fianchetto my bishop over here. Frankly... yeah, I'm going to put... there's a lot of pressure on d4, so I'm just going to build up a lot of pieces on it. The king is running away. Well, you're going to have to come back, because now I have 2 pieces attacking h7, and I can even get another one in with knight down there. But this, what is this knight doing? Let's develop all our pieces first. I'm going to connect my rooks. Awkward. That looks like a blunder, because I can just take this. I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to trap my bishop, but it wasn't going to work. No, I think they're just down a pawn for nothing. So we want a pawn in that exchange, and also this pawn is going to be really weak, because I'm going to threaten knight c4 over here, and there's like no way they can defend it. I have 2 knights and a bishop attacking it. Oh, is that right? That's a pretty good move on their part. So I'm going to if I take the bishop, then the rook can take my knight. So I'm going to move the knight away while taking a pawn myself. And now this bishop's hanging. But they got a pawn out of it. I'm still up a pawn. That's all that matters. Pawns are worth 1. Better defend my position. I want to move this rook. Whoa. Slow down. Settle down. Don't get too excited. I'll develop my bishop while attacking this thing. I can take it back with my knight. Oh, but then they can play bishop captures bishop. Well, my pawns could get bad if they play bishop captures, and then bishop captures knight. Or sorry, bishop captures my bishop. It could get a little ugly. I'll put my knight back here. Oh no! That sucked. I just totally missed that my piece was hanging. So that was very unlucky for me. I thought the game was in the bag. It wasn't. The game was far from in the bag. Now my opponent is exchanging pieces. This is also not good for me. I don't even want to do anything about that. If he wants to take, then he can take. What to do about this situation? Oh, I could take this pawn. Now I'm going to lose all my pawns. Well, this is hopeless. I'm just going to resign. That's okay, because we beat Titan Shift. I don't care. I could lose a million chess games. I don't care. All that's important is that we beat Titan Shift. That is a sweet victory in my heart. Beat him with this spell. Beat him with Curse Catcher. Beat him with Commander Speaker. So from here on out, now that the standard Pro Tour is done, there's going to be a lot more Sharks and Pros that are going to be playing in the modern leagues, especially on weekdays and even on weekends. But the important thing is that the strength of the leagues are going to ramp up right now, and we're going to get a much crystal clear picture of how good Tropical Fish is in the meta. And you might start seeing me actually tinker around with variations. I'm totally open to the idea of Spell Pierce in the main. It's just that if I play the Spell Pierce in the main, I think my counter suite in the sideboard completely changes. I mean, the whole thing might change. I'm starting to envision things like 4 Gut Shots, 4 Relic of Progenitus, 4 Tectonic Edge, and like 3 Swan Song, stuff like that. But, you know, let's wait until we get there. But there's definitely a lot of room to figure out what's best, you know, what is the best mana base. It's a very interesting time for Tropical Merfolk. So we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu, playing Tropical Merfolk in Modern.